The dog. Daylight creeps over the ridge, and I wake from the sweet embrace of the tree's soft roots that cradle me. I feel at home in its arms, but the nature of my being cannot be ignored. I am beginning to starve, and I am not physically equipped to live in my new home, at least not yet. I must go back no matter the resentment I feel toward the house I so eagerly fled. Standing up slowly, I begin to wonder if I will ever be in the presence of such beauty again. With all my might, I grasp the tree in a loving way, making a promise that one day I will return to share my story, and that I will never forget what I have learned here. The stream calls again with a slow roar, and I know it has every intention of leading me back, even though there is no clear path to follow. Taking a moment to appreciate the crisp glow and also be nourished by its water, I dip my hands in once more to drink. I cherish every last drop that it lends to me for the journey ahead. As I begin my trek, the hole in my heart that has finally been filled begins to hollow once again. I am leaving the guardian and protector of this oasis behind in what feels like a selfish manner. Looking back upon the tree with pale white branches dancing in the wind, I know this is what it wants for me to continue on so that one day we can be together again. Following the stream, everything around seems to fade, and the idea of the destination I have set for myself begins to consume me. Hours into the journey, the path has grown no clearer. With a stream by my side, I feel no fear, as though I am sheltered by the nature that surrounds. Yet with one single sound, my life would be altered forever. In the distance, I hear the sound of agony, like a lost child screaming for its mother. Against my better judgment, I rush toward it, crossing the stream in a sprint with no thought of the danger that may lay ahead. Bashing into the sides of trees, thickets of thorns tearing away at my skin, and tripping over the rocks that sit with pride in their natural placement, I cannot be dissuaded from this choice. Body bruised, skin bleeding, and will almost broken, I come upon an open field with one small figure whimpering before me. Stopping in my tracks, taken aback by the creature that I have found, I met with two eyes full of fear. A small wolf pup with pelt gray as fog, eyes blue as a glacier, and paws white as snow is staring directly at me. I notice that one of his paws has stained the ground red with blood, and in that moment I become overwhelmed with a sense of purpose. The call. I am here for a reason, and I will honor the calling. Slowly approaching the pup, I can see the timidity and mistrust in his eyes, so rather than wait, I lunge in his direction with the best intentions. However, he begins to flee toward the stream. Calling out to the pup, I promise that I will not harm him and that my cause is pure. Then it happens. The small wolf pup hits the side of the stream and, due to his injuries, is not able to stop. He falls and is caught in the swift current below. Without hesitation, I dive into the stream. At first, it was a friend leading the way, but now an enemy serving a purpose. Its only purpose. The force of the water carries me, blinded by the crashing waves, with only a single sound calling to lead me. I will find you. My ribs crack against a single boulder that catches me out of the stream. Gasping for air, I finally see him, caught on a single branch, being smothered by the brutal force of the water. I see the pup. Pushing off the rock, I glide toward him, and with one last grasp, I take him by the scruff of the neck and crawl through the tide to the shore. The water is clear and still beautiful, but its power overwhelms me until I finally feel the sand underneath my feet. Grasping the pup as a parent carries their child, I am finally able to pull myself out onto a soft rocky beach. Then I place him upon a grassy knoll on the edge of the riverbank. Amidst the chaos, I take a moment to breathe and reflect on my surroundings. In a strange way, this place feels familiar. While caught in this moment of reflection, I am interrupted by a soft touch upon my arm. Looking down, I see the pup, staring with the most trustful gaze, the same way I would stare at the tree. Taking a knee to get lower and comfort my new-found friend and follower, I am caught off guard by a gentle kiss upon my cheek. Again, my purpose becomes clear to me. I must protect this pup. The bittersweet irony of where the stream had placed us is almost too much to bear. I had called the stream an enemy, and yet I am no more than a mile from the house. To face that place was the obstacle ahead, and to save the pup was my goal. The true nature of this forest may be hidden behind the branches that surround, though the meaning of it all is as clear to me as is the water in the stream. I am meant to be here. The way back is short, but my companion is hurt, so I must not waste time. The path ahead may be less than a mile, yet it feels like an eternity as the pup glares up at me from my side with a look that speaks for itself. He needs my help, and I need him. Finally, reaching the house, I open the unlocked door and rush upstairs to the bathroom. There I begin to rummage through the drawers for anything that can help my friend. The house is empty, of course, so to call for help would leave us both disappointed. I find a bandage and move quickly to apply it to the pup's paw, but with a whimper, he pulls away from me. As I speak softly to reassure him that I only want to help, I am finally able to see the source of his pain. Between the padding of his paw stands a large gash, covered in dirt, dripping with dark blood. As I study his leg, there is also another cut around the ankle, with the tooth of another wolf embedded. He was not cut, but bitten. Cleaning his wounds and placing the bandages, a moment of peace and silence falls upon us. He trusts me, and I trust him. As the light in the night sky fades, I can hear the door below us open. They are here, and I do not want them to cast away my new friend. I refuse to have him experience the same fate that fell upon me. I set him down in the hallway and lead him through the open door to the room. Nervously, he follows me in. I leave the door ajar so he does not feel trapped, not like I am. As I introduce him to the scratchy cotton sheets and hard pillows of the place where I dwell, he looks at me with nothing but appreciation. His simplicity and his desire leaves me jealous, but as he curls up at my feet, I am left with nothing but love. Resting against the pillow, I stare out the window toward where the tree lies in the darkness. There I drift into blissful slumber. I wake in a pool of sweat, chills running down my spine as a feeling of loneliness washes over me. Looking toward the edge of the bed, the pup is nowhere to be found. I am alone again in this place, and once again I hear it, a howl in the distance. Yet this time I realize it is not for me. As the day begins to break across the ridge out my window, I am left with so many questions. Why does it seem that the ones we love always leave in the morning? Should I pray for everlasting night? The sun continues to climb above. I wish for and yet resent the coming moon. May it tempt me not with sweet memory. Follow he who followed you, or be lost.